It'll be interesting. I mean, I truly think that if we can play a little better game against them, so it's good matchup. I mean, it's better to see where we're at. Play
Just about ready to get underway here from Burnsville, ranked 2. Farmington Tigers taking on the Faribault Falcons. Tigers coming off a good win yesterday against Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. They're going to have a tough matchup here today against Faribault. Faribault's ranked number 3 in the state, and they started off the season as a B1 team, and somehow were able to move down to a C-level team. So we'll see how this one goes. Should be a good matchup for the Tigers. Today in goal we'll have Brady Bowe. Miles played yesterday, had a good game yesterday, so we're going to give Brady his turn today. Tigers will be wearing their home white jerseys, Faribault in the green. For the camera angle today, playing in rank 2 here at Burnsville. Not really a good spot to film from, with the players being on the other side. Start off with the early icing call. We have Nico Schlafman out there taking the face off, Becker on his right, and Danielson on his left, and Asselin and Moald at defense. Kept in by Danielson to the middle, centering pass to Becker, intercepted by the Falcons. The Falcons up the near side. Moald picks it up, sends it across for Danielson, picked up by the Falcons. Now intercepted by Schlafman. Schlafman up to Becker. Becker up the near side. Becker centering pass intercepted by the Falcons. Falcons now coming back the other way. Poked away by Schlafman. Back to Asselin, I believe. Asselin flips it in. Poked away by the Falcons goalie. Now Summers in and Grimm in. Becker and Schlafman off. Icing's waved off. Shot on net. Just a little bit to the right. Centering pass by the Falcons, no one home. Picked up by Sheemer Klom on the far side. Sheemer Klom over to Grimm. Grimm up through center ice. Grimm goes down. Falcons regroup. Sent up by Meyer, and Meyer flips it in for an offsides. Now we have Graham and Meyer in defense. Sheemer, Klom, and Grimm now wing, and Summers taking the face-off. Face-off won by the Tigers, sent in by Grimm, picked up by the Falcons. Falcons send it all the way down. This should be an icing. So if you watched the game yesterday, Meyer had a game misconduct. I thought he'd be sitting out today, but they're letting him play. Face-off won by Schlafman over to Hutchinson. The Falcons up the near side. Poked away by Graham. Picked up by Schlafman. Now Hutchinson with the puck. Hutchinson over to Schlafman. Schlafman to the middle. Wide angle shot blocked by the Falcons skater. Schlafman backhand centering pass to the front of the net and sent away by the Falcons. Falcons now through center. Shot on net. Pad save by Grady. Backhanded into the neutral zone by Mucha. Sent in by the Falcons. Meyer chasing. Meyer up to Schlafman. Schlafman ridden down and into the board. Centering pass blocked by Meyer. And a shot into the belly of Grady and a save. He'll cover the puck for a stoppage of play. 10:51 to go here in the first period. Tigers will get a line change. We'll have Danielson taking the Danielson at right, Summers taking the face-off, and Becker at left wing. Face-off won by the Falcons. Shot wide to the right. Falcons in the corner, centering pass, pushed away by Moald. Moald goes down. Puck picked up by Danielson. Danielson up to Summers. Summers sends it across for Becker. Becker up the near side into the Falcons zone. Haslin with the puck. Haslin goes down. Puck back into the neutral zone. Falcons regroup. Now Summers with the puck. Falcons up the far side. Make a move to the middle. He goes down. Danielson. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here. So Grimm will be taking the face off. He's out there with Sheemer, Klum, and Hutchinson. Face-off won by the Falcons. Sheemer, Klum chasing. Picked back up by the Falcons. Falcons player goes down. Picked up by Grimm now. Grimm kicks it up for Hutchinson. Couldn't quite clear it into the neutral zone. A slap shot here wide to the left. Picked up by Graham. Graham sends it up. Wrist shot wide to the left. Picked up by Meyer. Now Falcons back through center. Centering pass just off the mark there for the Falcons. Falcons with the shot wide to the left. Puck comes out to the big guy here at defense. Falcons go D to D. They skated in, slap shot, up and over the net. Grady ducked for that one. Picked up by Hutchinson now. Hutchinson backhands it into the Falcon zone. Falcons send it up to center ice. Get a bouncing shot on net and a glove save by Grady. Face-off one there by the Falcons. Pass intercepted by Asselin. Now Moald picks up the puck. Shot blocked out in front by Moald. Lucha kicks it into the Falcon zone. Falcons into the Tiger zone. Picked up by Mucha. Mucha flips it to the Falcons player. And a shot wide to the left. Now Schlafman with the puck. Schlafman sends it up for Becker. Now Moald with the puck. Moald taken down. Faribault to the center and a shot and score. So early goal here in the first period for the Falcons to go up 1-0. We'll have Danielson taking the face-off. Out there with Grimm and Summers. Face-off won by the Tigers. Sent in by Summers. And the Falcons send it all the way down for an icing. Danielson taking the face-off. Face-off won by the Tigers. Picked up by Danielson, skates to the middle, blocker save by the Falcons. Shot by Grimm, save Falcons. Faribault sends it all the way down, should be another icing. Danielson taking the face-off again. Face-off one, back to Summers. Shot, stick saved by the Falcons. Now Falcons up into the neutral zone through center ice. Shot, save, Grady. Picked up now by Grimm. Grimm over to Asselin. Asselin attempted to clear, kept in by the Falcons. And Tigers get it into the neutral zone. Falcons regroup. Poked away by Summers, over to Grimm. Grimm to the middle now, poked away by the Falcons. Now Danielson with the puck. Danielson backhand centering pass intercepted by the Falcons. Falcons up the far side. They skate past Asselin. Skate past Moald. And shot and save Brady. Good save by Grady. Hutchinson taking the face-off. Schiemer-Quam on his left, Becker on his right, and Graham and Meyer at defense. Face-off won by the Tigers. Kept in by the Falcons. Graham with the puck now. Graham flips it up for Becker. It was in the air, so he couldn't get it. Now Graham with the puck again. Graham sends it in, picked up by the Falcons. Meyer with the puck. Meyer sends it cross ice. Falcons pass intercepted by Hutchinson. Hutchinson backhands it into the Falcons zone. Becker chasing. Picked up by Hutchinson here. Kept in by the Falcons. Falcons shot and score. I think he might have been screened there a little bit by brother Graham. So Falcons go up 2-0 here in the first period. Schlafman taking the face-off. Danielson on his right. Lucha on his left. Hassel and Moald at defense. Face-off won by the Falcons. Danielson with the puck now. Danielson flips it up for Schlafman. Kept in by the Falcons. Falcons with the puck now. Nice breakout pass by the Falcons. Poked away by Asselin. Asselin sends it up for Lucha. Lucha ridden off the puck. Moald dumps it in. Picked up by the Falcons. Falcons into the neutrals, back into the neutral zone here. Picked up by Lucha. Lucha loses it at center ice. Now Asselin with the puck. Asselin fanned on the pass. Picked up by the Falcons. Falcons skate to the middle. And the backhand shot right over Grady's right shoulder. Nice backhand shot there by the Falcons. Go up 3-0. Summers taking the face-off. Grimm on his left, Becker on his right. Face-off won by the Falcons. Falcons behind the Tigers' net. Falcons need a deep pass, just couldn't quite hold the zone. We're going to get an offsides here on the Falcons. Tigers keep the same lineup out there. Summers taking the face-off. Face-off won by Summers, back to Graham. Graham sends it up, picked up by the Falcons. Now Falcons into the Tiger zone. They skated in, shot, save Grady. Grady goes down, and we got another goal. So Danielson taking the face-off now. Sheemer Klum on his left, Hutchinson on his right, Asselin and Moald at defense. Face-off won by the Tigers. Hutchinson backhands it to the Falcons player. Falcons now regroup. Hutchinson with the puck, intercepted by the Falcons, and puck just trickles across the blue line into the neutral zone. Falcons into the Tiger zone now. Poked away by Asselin. We're going to get a delayed penalty here on Falcons. We're going to get a hooking penalty. Tigers go on a power play here for just about the remainder of the first period. See if they can get one back. Tigers with a good power play so far this year. We'll have Schlafman, Lucha, Becker line out there with Graham Face-off won by the Falcons. Falcons behind the Tigers net. Centering pass. Picked up by Meyer. Meyer up the far side. His pass off to Becker. Good pass by Meyer. Becker ridden off the puck. Picked up by the Falcons again. Falcons will be offsides here. They'll get a stop and play. Minute 13 to go here in the period. Tigers keeping the same lineup out there. Face-off won by the Tigers over to Mucha. Poked away by the Falcons. Falcons now send it into the Tiger zone. Picked up by Asselin. Asselin flips it back up into the neutral zone. Now mauled into the neutral zone. He sends it up for Mucha. Mucha didn't quite catch the pass. Shot from the blue line by Asselin, wide to the right. No Falcons coming back the other way. Falcons dump it in. Tigers chase. Mauled behind the net. 30 seconds to go here in the period. Blocked there by Mucha. Picked away by Asselin. Nice poke check by Mauled. Falcons still get it though. They come into the Tiger zone. Falcons at full strength. Number 8 threw an elbow there on Asselin. Asselin goes down. And that'll do it for the first period. Not a good first period there for the Tigers. Not a good power play for them. They didn't get a shot on the power play. And if you're joining us late here, Tigers down 4-0 going into the second period. Again, this Faribault team was a B1 team, and I guess they weren't doing too well and decided to move down to the C level, where they're now number 3 in the state. So, tough matchup for the Tigers. Tigers will now be going from right to left. We'll have Danielson taking a face-off. A little behind on the clock here, sorry about that. Okay. Falcons up the far side. And we'll get a save by Grady and a stoppage of play. Schlaffman taking the face-off out there with Becker and Summers, and looks like Malone and Asselin at defense. Schlaffman with the puck now. Schlaffman's pass for Becker. Just out of the reach. He was deflected by the Falcon skater. Asselin here on the near side. Becker comes in to join. far side. Puck back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Schlafman. Schlafman sends it in. Good job by Schlafman to ride him off the puck. And we're going to get an offside here on the Tigers. Danielson taking the face off. He's out there with Mucha and Sheemer Plum. Pass deflected by Sheemer Plum, picked up by the Falcons. Meyer up to Mucha. Sheemer Plum here, got the puck stolen, picked up by Danielson. Good job by Danielson to not take it in for the outside. Mucha backhands it into the Falcon zone. Falcons regroup. Falcon sent in. Looks like Graham has it now. Picked up by Danielson. Danielson up for Mucha. He wasn't looking, so he didn't see the pass coming. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here. Not what it was for. Maybe touched by one of the Tigers players on the bench. Grimm taking the face off now out there with Summers on his left, Hutchinson on his right, Mowald and Asselin at defense. Face off won by the Tigers, sent in by Mowald. And we're going to get an icing. Grimm taking the face-off. Face-off won by the Falcons. Backhand pass to the defense. Shot by the Falcons, wide to the right. Centering pass picked up by Mowald. Falcons come away with it, skate to the middle, and shot, save Grady. Sounds like John Meyer isn't using the explicit filter on his Spotify. All right, Tigers with the face-off win. Grimm up through center ice, poked away over to Hutchinson, and we're going to get an offsides here on the Tigers. Grimm taking the face-off, Hutchinson on his left, Summers on his right, and we have Graham and Meyer at defense. Face-off one here by the Falcons. Falcons send it into the near side boards, picked up by Meyer. Meyer going all the way back behind the Tigers net and stolen by the Falcons. Picked up now by Graham. Graham sends it up for Summers. Summers throws him down to the ice, no call. Picked up by the Falcons. Taken now by the Falcons. Falcons into the Tiger zone. Backhand is wide to the right. Picked up by Grimm now. Grimm up through center. Grimm taken down and stolen by the Falcons. by Graham. No, Hutchinson now with puck. Hutchinson goes down, flipped up by Meyer. Falcons in the corner, centering pass. A little off the mark, well shot. And we're going to get offsides here on the Falcons. Face-off won by the Tigers, picked up by Danielson now. Danielson with the puck. Danielson flips it up into the Falcon zone. Intercepted by Becker. Kept in by Asselin. Dropped by Asselin, intercepted by the Falcons.
So much.
Falcons up in neutral zone through center ice. Stolen by Danielson. Sent up by the Falcons. Lowell chasing. Lowell beat to the puck by the Falcons. Falcon shot from the blue line. Looks like Asselin may have got a stick on that one. And we got a shot from save Grady. Tigers will get a line change here. Looks like we'll have Mucha, Schieberquam, and Grimm out there forward. Meyer and Graham at defense. Grimm taking the face-off. Face-off won by the Falcons. Quick shot. Blocked up in front by Meyer. Meyer's slow to get up. And we got a shot and save by Grady. Face-off won by the Tigers. Can't really see from here. Looks like Grimm's coming away with the puck now. Grimm to the middle. Poked away by the Falcons. Centering pass. Just out of the reach of Mucha. Falcons up coming the other way. Meyer went down. He skate to the middle. And puck was at Grady's feet there. He jumps on it. Tigers lucky not to give up a fifth there. Camera keeps trying to focus on the marks on the board here around the glass. Shot there, deflected out in front by Mowald. Mowald almost tipped it into the Tigers' net. And sent back up to the defense. Centering pass intercepted by Mucha. And Tigers cleared into the neutral zone. Picked up by Schieberquam now. Schieberquam over to Mucha. Mucha flips it up into the Falcon zone. Intercepted by Mowald at center ice. Picked up by the Falcons. Looks like we have a goal. Couldn't quite see it from here. Falcons go up by 5. Face-off won by the Falcons and picked up by Danielson. in by Graham. Graham with a shot just wide to the left. Hutchinson now with the backhand. No one there to pick it up. Tigers. Falcons regroup. 'Looked like it was maybe Meyer that sent it around, intercepted by the Falcons. Falcons centering pass deflected by Hutchinson's stick. Now Falcons defense gates it in. Shot blocked out in front by Graham. Shot and radio cover puck for a stoppage of play. .57 to go here in the second period. Looks like Tigers will change up the goaltending. Grady comes off, and Miles Gorman in net now. Slap shot from the blue line. We got to save Gorman. Falcons behind the Tigers net. Send it back around. Can't see who the defenseman is down there. Looks like Asselin. Pass picked up by Asselin. Asselin now behind the Tigers net. He sends it up for Becker. Becker goes down on the boards. Becker's slow to get up. Shot from the blue line, bouncing puck just wide to the right. Mowald took down the Falcons player. Now Mucha, I think that's Mucha back there. Sends it up and around. Shot from the blue line, deflected out in front. Centering pass, shot, save Gorman. Puck still out there in front of the net. Tigers come in to help it out. Good job by Miles. Couple nice saves there. 4:35 to go here in the second period. Slap shot from the blue line, blocked out in front by Asselin. Picked up by Mucha. Mucha over to Becker. Becker's pass up for Schlafman, intercepted by the Falcons. Looks like Mowald behind the Tigers net. He sends it up for Becker. Becker into the boards, up for Schlafman. Picked up by the Falcons. Falcons send it across the ice. Mucha chasing now. Falcons backhand into the neutral zone. Mowald comes in to help, poked away by Gorman. Now Mucha, he just flipped it up into the air. Puck came out of the neutral zone, and we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage play. Not sure what the whistle is for, maybe an offside. Looks like Danielson taking the face off out there with Grimm on his right, Sheemer-Qualm on his left, and Meyer and Graham at defense. Graham now with the puck. Graham sends it all the way up, and should be, no, they're going to wave off the icing. No ice. Falcons pick it up. Falcons breakout pass. Picked up now by Danielson. Grimm takes it. Grimm into the Falcon zone. Makes a nice move there in center. Spin, centering pass. Sheemer-Qualm a little late to get into the zone. Falcons into the Tigers zone. Looks like Sheemer-Qualm battling. Danielson comes in to help. Shot, save Gorman. Gorman puck behind the net now. Back to the Falcons. Shot, save Gorman. He's looking around. We got a quick whistle here. Puck was loose. They'll get a face-off in the Tiger zone. Looks like Schlafman took the face-off. Face-off win by the Tigers. Schlafman up through center. Get the shot off. Schlafman with the wide ankle shot up and over the net. And the Falcons flip it up. Looks like Asselin chasing. And they're going to call an ice. We'll have Schlafman taking the face off. Summers here on his left and Hutchinson on his right. Asselin and Moald at defense. Face off won by the Falcons. Falcons into the Tiger zone. Away by Moald over to Schlafman. Spawned by the Falcons. Falcons backhanded up. Puck into the far side corner. Asselin chasing. Asselin pokes to Schlafman. Schlafman up the far side. He's ridden off the puck. Falcons coming back the other way. And the Falcons will dump it in, get a line change. Hutchinson with the puck now. Hutchinson having a little problems with the puck there. He ended up losing it. Falcons regroup. Pass intercepted by Mucha. And Falcons come away with it again. Falcons send it all the way down. Touched by Asselin, so they're going to wave off the icing. Asselin ridden off the puck behind the net. Moald comes in, sends it up. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked out in front by Asselin. Asselin battling. Puck comes out to Gorman, and he's going to cover it for a stop to play. 47 seconds to go here in the second period. A little better period here than the first for the Tigers. Only letting in one goal. Tigers will get a line change here. We'll have... It's like Grimm taking the face off, Danielson on his left, Becker on his right, and Graham and Meyer at defense. Face off won by the Tigers. Danielson into the neutral zone, picked up by Grimm. Grimm into the Falcons zone now. Grimm with the shot, just wide to the right. He had a little bit of net open there and just missed it by a few inches. Now Falcons player ridden off by Becker. Not sure why they didn't, Tigers didn't go in after the puck there. Just let the Falcons skate out. 13 seconds to go here in the second. Puck out to the blue line. They have time for one shot. Slap shot blocked by Grimm, and that'll do it for the second period. Third period getting underway here. See what they'll put up for time. Looks like 20 minutes. Being it's a scrimmage, they'll try to get all the ice that they can out of it here. It's already trying to get the clock right. There we go. Falcons with the puck now. Slap shot wide to the left. Puck comes out here to the Falcons, centering pass. Picked up by Summers. Kept in by the Falcons. Now Asselin in the corner. Asselin written down. Summers comes in to help. Falcons finally come away with it. Puck comes out to the defense. Shot deflected by a high stick. Bouncing puck. Save Gorman. Poked away by Asselin. Now Sheemer Quam. Sheemer Quam ridden off the puck. Picked up by Schlaffman. Schlaffman, nice breakout pass there for Summers. Summers up the far side. Summers goes down. That should be a trip. They're going to call it. And Tigers will go on the power play. Their second power play of the game. So I have Danielson taking the face-off out there with Hutchinson on his right, Grimm on his left, and Graham and Meyer in defense. Face-off win by the Tigers. Danielson up to Graham. Graham couldn't hold the blue line, so puck comes back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Hutchinson. Graham, a little deep there, so the puck comes into the neutral zone, sent in by the Falcons. Falcons dump it in. Meyer chasing slowly. Got Hutchinson, Grimm, and Meyer all battling for the puck down there. Grimm comes away with it. We got 3-on-2 here coming the other way. Grimm's got Danielson wide open. He's going to take it himself. Finally passes it. Not on target, so the Falcons come back with it. Falcons send it in. No ice. Picked up by Hutchinson. Backhand shot wide to the right. Picked up by Graham. Graham sends it into the near side boards here. Picked up by Grimm. Grimm gets it poked away. Comes back away with it. Picked up by Meyer. Meyer flips it up into the neutral zone. And Falcons dump it in. Graham here with the puck. He sends it up for Bucha. And the Falcons at full strength. Falcons back into the Tiger zone. Make a move to center. Shot, hit the post. Saved by the post there for Gorman. Gorman better kiss the post on that one when the whistle stops here. Save the day. Picked up by Hutchinson. Hutchinson backhands it into the boards. Chasing down. Picked up by the Falcons. Falcons behind their own net. Falcons back into the neutral zone, sent in by Moald. We should get an offsides here, and we do. 16:35 left in the game. Again, they're playing a longer third period here, being it's a scrimmage, just to get the majority of their ice time. Schlaffman taking the face-off, Becker on his left, Summers on his right, Moald and Asselin back in defense. Face-off win by the Tigers. Schlaffman over to Becker, a little off the mark. Asselin with slap shot, bounce puck in. Schlaffman centering pass. Becker got his stick lifted, couldn't get the shot off, kept in by Asselin. Asselin dumps it in. Schlaffman down behind the net there. Schlaffman up to Summers. Comes out to Asselin. Falcons come away with it. Picked up by Summers again.
I had him on number 19.
Puck back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Schlafman. Schlafman got beat there. And nice job by Asselin poking away up to Mold.
You spin over Rambo.
Can't really see what's going on here on the near side boards. Looks like the Falcons may have come away with the puck. And dumped in by the Falcons. Picked up by Moald. Moald flicks it up. Should be for Mucha. Mucha didn't go get it. And Becker sends it all the way down for an icing. 15-10 here left in the game. Tigers with a steep hill to climb on. They want to come back. Would be nice to get at least a couple here. Danielson taking the face off. Mooch on his right. And not sure who's on his left. Looks like Grimm. Face off won by the Tigers. Grimm up the far side. Grimm and Danielson battling in the corner. Danielson sends it around into the near side corner. Now Danielson with the puck. And he'll flip it in on net. Saved by the Falcons. Kept in by Graham. Excuse me, Graham with the shot, picked up by the Falcons. Graham goes down hard. He hit his head pretty hard there. We need a whistle. And Graham went down hard there and hit the back of his head.
He went like this. You got so much. It was so cheap. Like, he went like this. And the team picked him up from here, and then threw him on.
Graham's slow to get up. He's up now, being helped off by coaches. Falcons did get a penalty out of that, so the Tigers will go on a 1.5-minute power play. Number 8 for the Falcons. That's his second trip to the box. $14-12 here to go in the game. Falcons coach mad about something over there. Not sure what the ordeal is with the argument. The other ref over talking to Coach Bo. Looks like they're putting Mooch in the box for some reason. So we have offsetting penalties for some reason here, not sure why. Face off one by Schlafman.
Just like this. You walk away, or you go like this. Hold up.
Puck comes all the way down. We should get. Oh, they're going to wave it off. Asselin chasing.
You go like this.
Center pass by the Falcons. They get the shot off and just wide to the right. Picked up by Hutchinson. Poked away by Asselin. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Falcons will have to regroup. Now Falcons skate past Moald. They skate to the middle, move. Nice poke check there by Dorman. And a couple Tigers went down behind the play. Tigers will change up the lines. 40 seconds left on the offsetting minor penalties. Again, not sure what either penalty was. Danielson taking the face-off. He has Grimm on his right, Becker on his left. Face-off one by the Falcons. Shot saved Dorman, picked up by Asselin. Asselin sends it up and around for Becker. Comes in by the Falcons. Now Meyer with the puck. Taken by the Falcons. Falcons send it up to the blue line. We're going to get D-to-D pass here. Picked up by Asselin. Asselin off to the races now. He's got Grimm in the middle. But puck was poked away. Puck now behind the Falcons bench. The Falcons come away with it. Falcons up through the middle. We're going to get an offsides. 12:35 to go here in the game. So the clock's just going to run here for the rest of the game. They only have 10 minutes left, so. Picked up by Grimm. Pass intercepted by the Falcons. Picked up by Grimm again. Grimm into the neutral zone, poked away. Picked up by Mucha. Mucha flips it. Danielson now sends it up for Grimm, just out of his reach. Icing waved off. Falcons up through center. Shot saved Dorman. Now Grimm in the far side corner. Moald comes in to help. Moald comes away with it. Kept in by the Falcons. Falcons dump it in. Danielson chasing. Picked up by Grimm. Poked away here by the Falcons. They dump it back around the net. Go get it, guys. Centering pass picked up by Danielson. Danielson has Mucha open. Poked away at center ice. Falcons now coming the other way. Poked away by Moald. They're going to call Moald for something. The trip. He didn't even go down. Wow. Well, Tigers go on the penalty here. That's a horrible call. He didn't even go down. Coach Bo pissed about that one, as he should be. Tigers changing up the line. They're just sending the defense out. So Schlafman, Hutchinson out there at forward, and we have call that penalty. Shot it after the whistle. Looks like the refs are pretty well checked out of this game for some reason. Asselin and Meyer at defense. Schlafman up the far side. He makes a move at center, ridden off the puck. Falcons come back the other way. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Asselin battling here in front of me. Actually, that was Meyer. Schlafman comes away with the puck. Schlafman ridden off the puck at center ice. And we're going to get another whistle. Not sure what for. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on the Falcons. Not sure the call. Schlafman taking the face-off. Won by the Falcons. Kept in by Meyer. Falcons come away with the puck. Let him out! Now the Tigers are at full strength. Not sure why they didn't let him out. Meyer behind the net. Slap shot from the blue line. Save. Gorman. Rebound here. Backhand and a score. No defense in sight on that one. Becker taking the face off now. Summers on his right. And Mooch on his left. Asselin Moald at defense. Face off won by the Falcons. Dumped in. Asselin chasing. Falcons to the middle, shot, and score. Shorthanded goal for the Falcons. And the Falcons are at full strength. Becker taking the face-off. Face-off won by Becker. Asselin backhand to Summers. Can't quite clear the neutral zone. Asselin now with puck. Backhand for Moald. Falcons with the puck now. Centering pass. Couldn't get the shot off. Unlucky break for the Tigers there. Now Mullen with the puck. Mullen sends it into the board. Kept in by the Falcons. Falcons dump it in. Centering pass. And we got a shot and score. Another goal for the Falcons. Danielson now battling for the puck here on the near side. Sent in on net and save, and the Falcons will cover it for a stoppage play. 5:42 left here in the game. They're going to call it here in a couple of minutes because the Tigers only have 4 minutes left of the ice time. So Jeff Schlafman taking the face off. Over to Grimm with the slap shot into the skates of the Falcons player. Danielson with the puck now. Danielson moving to the far side, dumps it in. Falcons come away with the puck behind the net. And looks like Sheemer Quam poked it away. Falcons with the puck there at center. Meyer chasing. Meyer sends it up for Schlafman. Schlafman up to Danielson. Danielson has Grimm wide open up here. Backhands it into the Falcons zone. Falcons dumping in. Meyer chasing after it. Meyer behind the Tigers net. Meyer's up to Grimm. Grimm's going to take it himself. Gets it poked away at the blue line. Comes back away with it. Skates to the middle. Poked away again. And Falcons are cleared up into the neutral zone. Meyer with the puck now. Meyer up to Hutchinson. Puck back into the neutral zone. Hutchinson here on the near side. Sends it up for Sheemer Quam. Sheemer Quam back into Schlafman. Schlafman ridden off the puck. And Faribault now coming the other way. Nice break up pass there by the Falcons. Skate pass Asselin. And we get a shot up and over the net. And the Falcons now ridden into the boards here. Picked up by Asselin. Asselin up through center ice. He flips it up. Intercepted by the Falcons. Falcons will dump it in. And saved by the ref. Falcons regroup. Backhand centering pass, blocked by Asselin. Asselin behind our own net. Stolen by the Falcons. Pass comes out to the defense. Flipped up, blocked by Becker. Puck back to the neutral zone. Sent across, picked up by Summers. Summers now dumps it in. And Becker chasing. Shot by Moald, intercepted by the Falcons. Falcons into the boards, kept in by Moald again. And Falcons finally clear it. Falcons player ridden into the boards by Summers. Summers backhands it up for Mucha. Poked away, picked up by Mucha again. He clears it into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Falcons. And that'll do it for the game. So your final score here, 8-0. Faribault, former B1 team again. And sure looked like it. They were a good team. Again, number 3 in the state. Tigers' next game Saturday at Doug Woog Arena versus South St. Paul in Grove Heights. That'll be Saturday at 5:35 p.m.